Mass incarceration has affected many individuals in many different ways. I myself have experienced and observed the negative effects of mass incarceration on a close family member. My cousin Eddie had to grow up without his father. When he was only 2 years old, his father was incarcerated. Even though he was very young when it happened, he praised and looked up to his father like he was never gone. As he grew up, he asked questions regarding his father and would try to listen to all the stories anyone had about him. He loved looking at pictures and would always say, "I want to be just like him." Eddie was not just a cousin, but my brother. We grew up as one and would do everything together. As we grew up, I would see the daily life struggles his mother would go through and how she tried to always be positive about it. Us being kids, we still didn't know much, but I knew she was going through a rough time. Eddie was an intelligent young boy, and he had excellent grades in elementary school. He loved playing sports, but his number one sport was soccer. He would tell me that he loved soccer the most because his mom once mentioned to him that his father was a soccer player, that he enjoyed to do it, and he would always play on weekends. Every day after school, he would play and practice playing soccer in order to impress his dad once he was home. Around the age of 7, his mother began to take him along to visiting hours. He would always be excited to go and see his dad and would get back home sad because his dad wasn't able to come back home with him. As the time went by, his attitude and behavior began to change. He was retaliating against his mom and would get punished for it by not going to see his dad. This only made things worse as his grades began to plumb down. The only times he would behave was when he would go see his dad and spend some time with him in prison. At the age of 12, he got the news. His father would finally be released. He was so excited and eager to finally have him home, but only to see that it was not what he expected. His father and mother did not really get along and would always be arguing about money, and she would always bring the fact that his father was not working. This caused Eddie to take negative actions, and he looked towards gangs. The more he spent time with his dad, I also noticed that he was becoming more distant. At the age of 15, he was arrested for the first time. At the age of 16, he was sentenced to do some time in juvie, and this is where he is currently being held. What was once a happy and prospering child is now serving time due to negative impacts of his father's incarceration and the family difficulties. Now that his father is out, he is the one behind bars.